question time.
I loved how you're able to make the seat pop with the blue, and then how you use the brush once you click something on the sidebar to make it much more easier to paint the handlebars. How did you do that?
Yes, that was the third take. It sounded a little forced, but that was great. That was great. Wonderful question. All right, let's.
All right.
No. Honestly, we're going. We're rolling. This is a professional, lovely thing. Okay, so I want to take a step back, and I want to kind of go into some of the basics of working with a brush, which completely applies to Quick Select. I'm going to show you 3 or 4 keyboard shortcuts that work really well with a brush, and then I'm going to go back into the tricycle image, and that will make it that much better because I skipped a step of how do you use the brush. So there's 4 keyboard shortcuts that I want to show you for the brush. The first one is if you have a brush and do this. Oh, and this isn't just for people who are painting. This is for anyone who's using Quick Select. This is for a lot of different things when we get into beauty retouching next. I know I've been leading to it for a while. It'll be very useful there as well. If you want to decrease the size of the brush, and we are getting to your question in a second, you press the square bracket key. So square bracket key to decrease the size of the brush, square bracket key to increase the size of the brush. So here we go. So it's those 2 to increase and decrease. And that applies to Quick Select as well. So if I were to go to Quick Select, it works exactly like a brush, which is why I'm going into this right here. If I want to increase and decrease the hardness of a brush, and this is less about, so let me just kind of make this all blue with a keyboard shortcut I haven't taught you yet. Alt-Delete. You don't need to memorize that. That's fine. If you press D, it sets your colors to the default colors. So it goes from blue and another blue to black and white in the foreground and background. It's the same thing as clicking this button. D sets it to the default colors, and hitting X flips it between. Again, this will be more helpful a little bit later. D, X, square bracket keys. If you want to increase the hardness, oh man, are we learning more than this question requires, but this is good. If you want to increase the hardness, you don't use square bracket, you use Shift square bracket. Can you right click to accomplish all of this? Sure you can, but that's not as fun. So when I say increase hardness, it's the difference between this. Let's decrease the size of this brush and this. So that looks pretty good right there. If I want to change the color, again, I can go to I don't know if I've shown this. I can go to the foreground right here, just click this, and then we have this right here. Let's get a little bit more contrast. Green, yay, love it. What are the other shortcuts I want to show? Oh, one more that's really, really good. I'm going to increase the size of this and then decrease the size of the edge. So we have this going right here. And I'm going to actually make everything this wonderful shade of green. Hit X to flip the background and the foreground right here. Decrease the size of this brush. The other thing that you can do with the brush, if you look in the option palette, that's really far away. Let's zoom in a little bit. You can decrease the opacity. Now, decreasing the opacity up here is kind of clunky because you need to go all the way up here. And then if you want to change it again, you need to go all the way up here. And then if you want to change it again. So the keyboard shortcut for this is the numbers. If I hit 0, I'm at 100%. If I hit 3, I'm at 30%. If I hit 6, I'm at 60%. And this is a really powerful thing. So the 4 keyboard shortcuts that I wanted to show you: increase and decrease the size of the brush with the square bracket, increase and decrease the size of the hardness or the hardness of the brush with Shift square bracket, the number keys, so just changing the opacity, 9, 5, and then D and X for default and switching those. So those are them right there. Good luck remembering those. Let's switch back to this vignette right here for this very long-winded answer to your question. So in order to, let's say that I want to make the handlebar red because I'm bad with color. Wait, what would I want to do? I guess I would want to make this part right here some color. So what I'm going to do is, rather than going into my brush, and here we go, I could use the eyedropper tool. I haven't shown you the eyedropper tool. So the eyedropper tool, hit I for the eyedropper tool, and then you can see this wonderful icon right here, eyedropper, and it's also located up here in the tools palette. If you want to get a color, that just immediately changes the foreground color to whatever it's above. So that's a great tool right there. So I'm going to go to the Quick Select tool, and rather than going in with the brush and just kind of paint it over and hoping for the best, notice something right here. It's not going with the vibrance of up here. First place to look, are you on the right layer? Nope. Second place to look, is something selected? Is there an active region? Nope. Third place to look, is there a problem in the option bar? Yes, there is. It's set to an opacity of 50%. So that's kind of the air checking method right there.
On 0.
Exactly. I could just hit 0. I should have just done that. Could have saved me a lot of time. The other thing is this has a really hard edge. I'm going to do shift click to do it like this right here. Just gives it a softer edge. That works a little bit better right there. But this isn't what I wanted to show you how to do. I wanted to show you how to do that with a very clear, I'm only painting in that area right there. So what I did is I set that as the active region, because when there's an active region, oops, just hit the wrong tool. I hit this tool rather than the quick select tool. So when there's an active region, I'm trying to select this right here. You'll notice it's not working. First place to look, am I on the right layer? Nope, I'm not. So there we go. Now I'm on the right layer. Now it's working great. I'm setting the active region to only where I want to paint. So I'm just kind of doing this right here. And it's doing all right selecting the active region. It's not doing great because without the colors, it doesn't have as much to go off of for, what am I trying to select exactly? But I'm just kind of hitting, and it's doing a pretty good job, good enough. And now when I paint, I am only able to paint inside of this area right here. So when I go to my brush, B for brush, and then I increase it, when I'm painting, I'm only doing it. Now there's a problem. Am I on the right layer? I am not. Undo, go to the right layer. And now when I'm painting, it's exactly where I want it to be. I know that it was a very long-winded answer to your question. Did that answer the question?
That was great, and I like that it was so thorough, and I can understand the different techniques of the brush.
Nice. I'm going to go to eraser, and I'm just going to erase this out right here. The eraser works the same way as the brush. I can hit 0 to put it on 100%. All of the other keyboard shortcuts also work. Look at this brilliant.
Beautiful.
Oh
I
my
want
God.
that bike for Christmas.
Oh my God. We've really colored in this photo great. Let's get on to beauty retouching.